Welcome back, baseball family. So today we're going to be doing one of our favorite episodes of the year and one of our absolute most popular as well, which is why we do it every single year. We will be assigning walk-up music to All-Stars. Now, this is a previously recorded episode. The All-Star rosters have not been officially released yet. So, Brig, I don't know about the approach that you took, but I took the finalists and I grabbed one guy who I assumed will be on the roster as well. We all know
That's
what
what I
happens when
did.
you assume. Hopefully, that's not what happens. But
Yeah,
I think I made a safe enough pick. So
I
we will
think
go
so.
through. We'll do 5 each,
Hmm.
like every time. And of course, as per usual, there is an honorable mention as well.
Yep.
So, Brig, go ahead and lead us off with your first All Star and his walk up song.
So I got to give it to Jonah Heim, and it's a little
Solid
bit.
pick.
It's a little. I wonder if Adley Rutschman will get the start, but
Probably.
I still think Jonah Heim will play, and thereby his walk-up song should be "Pride and Joy" by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Ah, very good. I like it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what would best suit a Texas rapper. And I was like, oh, the Texas artist.
Yeah, that's a solid
There
pick.
you
And
go.
it makes absolute sense too. I like it. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
Um, okay, with my first one, I went with Francisco Lindor.
Oh,
So before I get into this too deep, I went all early 2000s pop punk. Okay. All of it.
okay.
Late 90s, early 2000s pop punk. So the first one is a Blink 182 song, Wendy Clear. And
That's
the
deep
reason
track.
I chose this one is because there are repeating lyrics throughout the song that say, I wish it didn't have to be so bad. Because things are so bad for the Mets
Yeah.
right now. So bad.
Yes.
I'm sure that's what he thinks every day. Just like, I just wish it didn't have to be so bad.
That's fantastic.
So that's Francisco Lindor's walk up song, Blink 182's Wendy Clear.
That's awesome. I love it. My next pick is Randy Rosarina.
Oh, I wanted to do him, but I couldn't think of anything. Couldn't come up with something.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what you have for him.
So I put a lot of emphasis on the opening of the song. Last year I had to stipulate where in the song I felt should, cue the walk-up music. But this year I really tried to lean into the openings, right? To that
Okay.
first lick, that first measure. And so I vote that Randy Rosarina walks up to the plate to Corazon Espinada by Santana. He loves Mexico. It's this perfectly accessible Mexican feel to a Mexican song, and I just thought, no way. The opening is fantastic.
That's amazing. That's a solid pick. I like that a lot. Really good.
Okay, we haven't overlapped yet, which is really interesting.
Not yet. I honestly don't think that we will.
You don't think so?
Mostly
Okay,
because of the genre that I'm going with.
but I mean
All of
the
these.
players we haven't overlapped once on the
Oh,
players.
that's true. Yeah, not on the players yet. I do think we will there.
Okay, let's see.
So my next one, uh, I chose Mike Trout.
Okay,
I always have a ton of fun doing walk-up songs for Mike Trout just because of the situation that he's in.
yeah.
And this is one I've been wanting to use a Less Than Jake song forever. And I finally came up with this one. This is off my favorite Less Than Jake album, Borders and Boundaries. And I know he's in Anaheim, but for the sake of this song, we're going to roll with the LA Angels moniker. And this song is called Hell Looks a Lot Like LA. And I know things are going pretty well right now. But Ohtani's going to leave after this season, and it's going to be back to the same old Angels after that. And poor Mike Trout is locked in until he's like 60.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. Oh, okay. All right. Good pick. That's a really good pick. Hell looks like LA. I like that. All right. My next one, I went with Mookie Betts. I think there's a really good chance he starts. I think it's a super popular, because this whole thing's a popularity contest, right? So there's not a ton of merit associated with the first round All-Stars. But
well, I mean, there's a reason that, like, granted, the Rangers and the Rays are like the best teams in the American League right now, but at the same time, the entire infield are from the Angels and Rays just because of fan voting. So
right. Anyway, so I went with Mookie Betts, and I would just love him to walk out to Jump Around by House of Pain.
yes,
it is a solid, like, LA feel song. I think they're from LA, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like, okay, I just started searching for songs that have a tie to Los Angeles, and that came up. And so whether or not it's true, I don't know. But then I remembered
they're
that
from LA.
that's what I thought. Okay, so I love that song so much. So wouldn't it be cool if he walks out and oh man. Okay, I wonder how far into the song they'd let him go. I love that song so much that my 6-year-old knows the words and dances to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. That's solid. That's really good. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Let's go next with. I've got lost in my list a little bit here. Let's go with Spencer Strider. I'm gonna go with a pitcher. I'm assuming Spencer Strider is going to be on the pitching staff on the All-Star game
for sure.
And so again, sticking with the pop punk, this might be a little bit harder on the pop punk spectrum, but the band is The Letter Kills and the song is Lights Out.
I don't know that one. I'll be honest with you.
I purposely went a little bit more obscure on this one.
Yeah.
I was going through my library. I was like, what's a band that, like, most people probably won't know, and I know the Brig won't know. And it was The Letter Kills.
Yeah. You nailed it.
This song, I love it, by the way. It's got an amazing intro. That's a great song. It rocks super hard. But I feel like that's really the title that goes through it. Like, Spencer Strider has been absolutely lights out this entire year.
Oh, I totally agree.
And so the song, the title alone just describes Spencer Strider, and I think it would be a perfect song for him to come out to. Opening and starting the game to this song would be awesome. Set the mood for the entire game. Get the crowd rocking for the whole thing.
Well, I'll have to go listen to it so I can understand what the heck you're talking about, because I support you, but I can't speak to it. And baseball family, just so you know, we're going to put the links to the songs in the description notes so that you'll be able to go access them as well. And if we can find a way to pimp you out on YouTube, we will. We'll just keep you in YouTube. This will be a little easier.
Yeah.
To do that. Okay, you ready for my next one? I went a little. My list starts to get a little more obscure from here on out. I know I only have three names left, but I feel like the other ones I've listed have been pretty mainstream, but this one's a little bit different. So Sean Murphy is the next one I picked.
Mm-hmm. Another guy I wanted to pick, but I couldn't come up with anything, so I'm curious what you have.
Yeah, so Sean Murphy, he plays in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, all right, let's do a country song but I want it to have some edge to it. I don't want it to be any sort of twangy is not great for a walk-up song in my mind. So I found, you're going to love this. I found a country song with a hard opening with a great electric guitar rock and roll opening. And the name of the song is Talk About Georgia. And it's by Jason Aldean.
Nice. I do not know that song at all.
Yeah, no. Like, Blink-182 is still the closest Brad has ever been to country music.
Right.
So, okay. And if you want to know more about that, keep an eye on our Instagram stories, because every once in a while I'll play a Blink-182 song for Brad.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
So there you go. Talk About Georgia by Jason Aldean for Sean Murphy.
Very good. Very good. Okay, I'm going to go with Ohtani.
I knew you were going to do that.
I have to go with Ohtani
because I knew you would.
I felt like the title of this song was perfect, absolutely fitting, because it doesn't get any better than this for him. This is a song by 4 Year Strong, and the title is "Heroes Get Remembered, but Legends Never Die."
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Okay, that has like 3 layers of meaning there, bro.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great song.
Awesome.
Rocks super hard. I would never actually see Ohtani walking up to this. I don't know what kind of music he listens to, but I doubt it's this, to be honest with you. But
Probably Zen Garden Lo-Fi, probably.
could be. but honestly, if he did, it would be one of those things where anybody in the crowd, it's like, if you know, you know, and everybody would be like, "Sir, well done."
A tip of the cap, my friend.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
awesome. All
I
three
would
of
love
those
it.
people would be very excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That might be high, actually. That number might be a little high.
Yeah. Well, it's another one I'm gonna have to go find and listen
Yep.
to. You have to send me
It's a good
links.
one. Okay, I have one left. Do you have one left?
I do before my honorable mention. I have one
Do
left.
your honorable mention first, and then we'll do
Okay.
our last one.
All right. My honorable mention is brother Bryce Harper.
Okay.
And if you this is way obscure. So baseball family, I'm really sorry. If those of you that'll get it will get it. But there was a movie that came out in the 2000s called The Singles Ward. And it's about a bunch of Mormon college kids in Utah, in Provo, Utah. And they all, yes. Okay, hold please, because
Sorry.
because I had to dig for who the band was. All right. Apparently the band is called Solutions. But I had to go to IMDb to get the actual name of the band because you can't find it anywhere else. But baseball family, the song is Book of Mormon Stories, and it's a primary song. It's a kids Sunday school song in the LDS church, right? And I know because I grew up that way. So this version of it has like a punk rock sort of edge to it, and then it goes a little hard. And so it's hilarious because they took a Sunday school song for kids and they made it into like this super cool punk rock version. So brother Bryce Harper should walk out to Book of Mormon Stories from the Singles Ward soundtrack.
So funny.
Yeah, that's what I say. Somebody call him and let him know.
Slip into his DMs.
Yeah.
Because he might
All
just
right.
do it.
He might.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
So
What's
funny.
your honorable mention?
So funny. Okay, my honorable mention. This is actually the first one I did before I decided to pivot and go toward the pop punk. So this is still early 2000s. This is early 2000s hip hop, actually.
Oh, nice.
This is for Ronald Acuna Jr. I chose Nelly #1 because he's the top vote getter.
Yep.
So I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. And he's been probably the best player in the league this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like out to get somebody or something other than like be actually playing on a World Series team, or he just wants the MVP, or he's just a man possessed. I don't know what it is, but he's been unreal this season. And he is absolutely #1 right now.
That's awesome. And that's a serious tune. I love it.
It slaps, as the kids say.
It slaps. It's a whole bop, bro. It's a bop. It slaps. Okay. On God, bro. No cap. Okay. So my last one, I went with Luis Arise. Luis Arise has been killing it right now. And what's most interesting about his performance is that he keeps creeping up on 400.
Right. He's been up on it. And I don't think we talk about him enough.
We don't. He dances on that line all the time. He's a little over, he's a little under, and then he's a little over. And it's super special. So for those of you who are not paying attention, this hasn't been done in like what? 75 years? Was it Ted Williams, the last one that did it? We thought it was going to be Tony Gwynn, but the 94 season cut it short. The strike. Anyway, so it's a huge deal. So I had to find a song that referenced 400. So somehow.
Okay.
And this is probably my coldest song, right? Where if you actually walked up to this song, it would be cold as ice, right? You have to be a bad mamma jamma to walk up to a song like this. So I picked 400 Lux by Lord, and the intro alone is cold as ice if you put it in the context of a walk-up song. Baseball family, you got to go check it out. I have forgotten all about Lorde. Lorde, by the way, if you want to look it up right now. And she's terrifically talented. I mean,
Right.
truly talented. But
Yeah.
this song is fabulous. So
Nice.
that's my last one.
That's solid. I love Lorde, actually.
Yeah,
that's a great pick.
She's great.
Okay, my last one is the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso.
Aha.
And I'm gonna go with a yellow card song here. One of my favorite bands ever, by the way, the band I've seen most in concert. Yeah. And this song is called Big Apple Heartache.
Oh no.
Because despite Pete Alonso's just his stellar play all the time, the Mets just can't seem to figure it out.
Big Apple Heartache.
And
dude,
one of the reasons I chose this song for him instead of Francisco Lindor, I wonder if he's going to be part of the Mets. Like if they sell, if he's going to go, because he's going to be very attractive to a lot of teams for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
So the opening line of this song is "This can't be home anymore," and so that's why I went with this one instead of with Francisco Lindor.
Dang.
Because I wonder, he's entering his first year of arbitration. He's got 3 more years of control before he reaches free agency. And granted, he's going to make a boatload in arbitration, but still,
for sure,
the fact that you get 3 more years of control with him is a really big deal. So that's why I think that he could potentially be moved by the Mets if that's what it comes down to. And between that opening line and the Big Apple Heartache, it was a perfect song for me for Pete Alonso. Because there's way too much time left on Francisco Lindor's contract. I don't think anybody's.
Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere. No.
But, yeah, so
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, baseball family, we love this. We do it every year. Put your picks in the comments. Go ahead and argue with us if you disagree or you hate one of the songs that we picked. You can tell us that as well. But if you love the songs we picked, you can also tell us that as well, because we're right. And it's our opinion, and it ought to be yours. And we're very excited to be here. Just kidding.
Not a contest.
I had an uncle that it's not a contest. Okay, should I tell him that story really fast?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, baseball family. Brad's razzing me because the other day I introduced my 6-year-old daughter to Stairway to Heaven. And I said, all right, listen, sis. This is widely regarded as the greatest rock and roll song of all time. So pay attention. So she listens to it. And I said, I got all excited. I was slapping the steering wheel and everything. And I turn around and look at her and I'm like, okay, so what'd you think? And she goes, yeah, it was good.
The most understated reaction ever to that song.
Like, what? It was,
right.
What are you talking about? It was good. Okay. So then I
having
went
a spiritual experience in the driver's seat.
Exactly. Every single time. So I explained to her all the stuff and how it's the forbidden song in music stores and all this stuff, all of the stuff. And she goes, yeah, cool, Dad. And I said, you just didn't like it? She's like, I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said, I don't think it's the greatest rock and roll song I've ever heard in my life. And I said, are you freaking serious? Because I'm incredulous. I can't believe it. She says, listen, Dad, it's just an opinion. It's not a competition. It's not even a vote. It's just opinion. I can have my own opinion. And I was caught between, wow, I'm parenting terribly if she can't appreciate Stairway to Heaven, and wow, I'm parenting really well if she can stick up for herself like that. I was like, oh. So I had a little aneurysm in the.
That might have been a good opportunity to teach her that you can have your opinion, but opinions can also be wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll put that in my back pocket. Maybe that's a lesson for when you're 7 or 8.
Yeah, there you go. This text might be a little young for that.
Not the same.